Hey, how you doing?
Did you forget to put on your shoes today?
No.
No?
I just figured I'd sit in the back of your giant car.
You just want to be grounded with the earth?
You have Eddie's fan?
I bought one of my own and I texted him.
Nice.
And I said, I'm stealing some of your fat tricks. So,
good move.
Yeah.
Good
I texted
move.
him what I was going to buy and he's like, yeah, that's the one I had. He got all excited, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. This is 61. I think that'll.
Yeah. I know. It's all good. I love it. I love that shit.
61. Just over 61 and a half, 61 and 3/4. So it's either 61 and a half or 63 and a half. Those are your choices. But again, just depends on how much that goes side to side.
See, that one you really want to be safe with.
Yeah.
I think this one, my group's different than your group.
Of course.
But
you have to make choices. Yeah.
The way that I'm looking at it, this one I want to fly with, and that one I want it to be low and stable.
So you're thinking different heights?
I think so.
Higher on this one?
Lower on that one, higher on this one.
The other one might compression more.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking lower on that. So this is going to be. This is 7 showing. I'm always like suicidal with how low I pick them. You know?
Okay.
I don't know if that'll work with that.
Take a couple steps with this one. But try to make it tilt like you're gonna take off. You know
Okay. It's a pretty hard dive I took.
Yeah. It just depends on how, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the lower of the two heights we're talking about.
Right.
Right there. I think you're honestly, bro. I think that's the one right there.
Yeah.
You don't want to. The thing is you'll have all that adrenaline when you're going, and if you catch one of the corners,
Especially because we're doing it right from farmers.
Literally, you're gonna jump in it hard.
Yeah.
You know.
You might be right.
And then you've got the clearance. You only have to pick it one time.
Yeah.
So what's 2 inches further?
2 inches can do a lot.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
I mean.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, I have to. 2 inches. That was awesome.
So where are you going up to?
I'm always a big fan of double checking.
I completely agree. You just convinced me to move 2 inches up on the yoke, so I'm not going to argue with you. Where are we going? Yeah, to what? We're strong!
Maybe at least the tie off out. No, he's just going to wrap
Just
the tie
shove it in there.
Yeah, just gouge the side off and reach out.
That's what 2 inches does.
2 inches, brother. 2 inches.
You gotta shove it.
Yeah, it all makes a difference.
Who we still missing?
61. So you want two on the top here.
2 showing on
That's the right setting. I think.
7 on the other. Cool.
I think that's the right call, brother.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's smarter. You're going to take off with that one, and then this one you want to make sure you got the clearance. Because if you don't have the clearance, it'll be one of these. You'll pick it up, take one step, drag.
Right.
It'll kill it. Yeah.
The space cowboy himself.
Space cowboy.
I told you about living in the USA.
What is this?
They had me read a quote about space cowboys. In my in Oberst said it, and I was like, well, the only space cowboy I can think of is Colin Bryce.
I'm a space cowboy.
I am am bored.
You seen that video?
Of course I have.
Of course.
It's ridiculous.
That's the greatest cinematic experience of my life.
It was a all you gotta say is it was a different time. It was a different time. It was a different.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I am out here in the equipment yard at World's Strongest Man, and this is where they get all the equipment ready, where we come to test all the equipment. So as you can see behind me here, they're actually loading up those giant tire yokes, and those are the yokes that weigh just over 1,300 pounds. So really heavy. I'm not gonna lie, they look pretty amazing and ridiculous, which is what you want for a strongman. I mean, it's a visual sport. So let this guy go by. They're working hard to get everything loaded up, but those are the what we're gonna use tomorrow. Actually, it'll be the yokes. We've got some farmers down here. Behind me is the Atlas stone setup. So these are the stone pedestals. And then they've got all the stones in the back there. The whole series of stones. So these pedestals were new last year that Rogue built. They're pretty cool looking. Over here will be the squat setup for the finals. So those big metal ends will go onto that axle. And that's what you guys saw me training. My home setup was with the tires, but that's what I was trying to duplicate as best I could there. You know, the rest of the equipment, they kind of lay out some stuff that they're not gonna necessarily use, but they have for the contest. Behind me here, you can actually see they're loading up the farmers walks. So the big wooden timber farmers walks, those things look amazing. Those we used in competition last year. So they're cumbersome. They're very challenging to use, and that's part of the medley. I think this medley is going to be a real challenge. They set the time limit at like 75 seconds, so it's going to take some work to get through that. But these things are crazy looking, and I think they'll make for a really good visual event with World's Strongest Man. What all these guys are standing around and talking about right now is the stone over the bar, the last man standing event that I was talking about, where if you're not in first place after 4 events in the qualifier, you'll have to do that. So it's literally a ring with the bar in the middle, and you'll load the stone then back over the bar as many times as you possibly can. So that's the event that everybody here is wanting to avoid at all costs, because it's going to be very, very taxing. You know, I don't know how that's going to play out, but like I said, I think everybody's trying to avoid it. So yeah, all the guys have come out. I'm the last group out here testing out all the events. So I'm excited to get going. I mean, there'll be some different equipment they'll pull out for the final, but right now, I mean, the main stuff, you know, for the qualifier is the yokes and farmers, and then the circus dumbbells, which are on a pallet somewhere. I don't think anybody really wanted to play with those today, so it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out. But it's crazy. I mean, this is kind of like the calm before the storm. Everybody testing things out, but there wasn't a lot to test. I got the yoke height done. I got that set where I wanted. As you saw, I have a tape measure that I bring to dial that in and make sure that I've got it precisely where I want it. You know, other things I'll kind of try to dial some things in tomorrow with you know, setting up for the truck pull. I've already got that planned out, and then for the medley, which will be the first 2 events, and that's my primary focus right now. So excited to be out here, but now it's time to kind of get out of the sun and rehydrate and get off my feet.
I'm not ready to the end of your show.
I'm a space cowboy.
Photobomb, that's all.
I know. I saw it and I wrapped it. I wrapped it up. Mr. TV presenter. Yeah. That was awesome.